120. It's what we do now. Yeah, I think we do that. Yeah, let's go to 120.
Oh, let's do number 1 because that definitely is 1, people. I would put number 1 under the category, ladies and gentlemen, of if you just sit down and write the info you know, it becomes a little bit easier. For example, I know what unit multipliers or what conversion do they give you? They tell you that one of these, I'll just put 1e, equals 10 to the 12 pounds, right? Are you with me on that? And then 1m equals 10 to the 8 h's. It really doesn't matter what their names are. They want you to go for a burst of radiation, which it tells you a burst of electromagnetic radiation is 1e. It is 1e. They want you to change that 1e and make it into a 1h. Are you with me on that? But they don't give you that one specifically, so you have to do it in steps. You have to change the exahertz to the megahertz, then to the hertz. And it's all, I know it hurts. It's all unit multipliers. Put this over 1. To get the e to cross off, where does it have to be? On the bottom. What am I changing it into? I'm changing it into this, into megahertz. So I put the m on top, and that is 10 to the 12 up there. I have now changed this from e's to m's. Then, because m is on top, it has to go on the bottom here, and I'm changing that into hertz or h's. One of those is worth 10 to the 8 of those. That changes it. So I've now changed it into h. Just be careful when you multiply 10 to the 12 times 10 to the 8. Did I do something wrong? I didn't do it. 10 to the 6th, well, probably was not the 6th. When I multiply those together, you just add exponents. 10 to the 6th and 10 to the 12th is 10 to the 18th. That's what was the frequency, which is a 1 with 18 zeros after it. Very large. We didn't do number 2, did we?
No.
Although if you were doing number 2, what would the answer be? First of all, the factors are the numbers and the coefficients. Well, factors are what 2 things get multiplied together to give you this. And what always confuses people, the reason I didn't have you do it is because people never quite understand what the deal is because there's no number on top. But there is a number on top. It is a 1. The 2 factors of this are 1/2 times m. And the coefficient is always the number. But I won't ask you that tomorrow, so let's just move on.
So when I'm going to do number 2?
Sure, Madison, since you keep asking me, yes, let's do it. Kidding. That was funny. That funny. It was funny for a minute, wasn't it, Connor? That's yeah, thank you. Although I should poo-poo Megan, Madison, because she's the only one that says anything, right?
Yes.
Number 3, do we have to do that? A rectangular carpet's 9 feet wide by 12 feet long. Its area is 9 times 12 square feet. A circular carpet has a radius of 4 feet. Its area is how much larger is the rectangular carpet than the circular carpet? What? Well, they told you everything you have to do. All you have to do is do that and subtract, right? Do I really need to do that? This is 108. And this is 3.14 times 16. Do I have to do this math? John, am I so right so far? 50.24? I didn't comprehend that, but why not? What is that? 76? 7? 9, 4? Is that the answer? 4776? Is it 57? No, 40. No, it is 50. Yeah, I didn't have to bother. 57. But I didn't think I had to do that, did I? This one, it is not so bad. The terms are separated by addition and subtraction signs that are not in parentheses. So here's term 1, term 2, term 3. Can't get any easier than that. Right? Right? Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
couple hints here. Again, please understand that's not times 2. It is 1 over 11 times 1 over 11. 1 times 1 is 1. 11 times 11 is 121. You guys should have been done with this in a matter of seconds. Stop me if I'm going too fast. Wait, was that a stop? This one, order of operations, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, you should really see when I look at this, you know what sticks out to me? Anybody guess what sticks out to me? First thing I looked at it when I saw this. Anybody? Take a guess. You don't have. There's only like so many. Anderson? Huh? Nope. That's not the first thing that stuck out to me. When I see a bunch of stuff like that, Miller.
That there is like it's plus 4 times.
This, I think this is what stuck out to me. This little plus sign that's not in a parenthesis. Why did that stick out to me? Because that means this problem is split into 2 parts. Because addition is the last thing you do on order of operations. You are going to simplify this part of it, and then you're going to simplify this part of it, and then you're going to put them together. Okay, that's like a little division sign that says I got to do this and I got to do that, and then I get the answer. It's kind of like working backwards from order. Anyway, so you do still follow order of operations. 2 times 7 is 14. You still have a plus, and then I have to simplify all this. 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7 times 4 is 28. And look, the last thing I do is add my 14 and 28, which is 14. I should have you play the mind of the math teacher. What's the first thing that sticks out in my mind on problem number 7? Anybody? First thing I thought. I'm not doing the problem. First thing I thought, Joseph, is?
The negative outside of the...
You are right, which means my answer has to be negative. Why? Because absolute values make things positive, so I'm going to get a positive inside. No matter what's inside of it, this is going to end up being positive in here. And then there's a negative, so the whole thing's going to be negative. And you have to do this first, by the way. You don't make this positive and make that positive and get 16. You have to do 9 minus 7 first. Absolute value 2 is a positive 2, and a minus 2 in front of it gives you minus 2. Did I not get that wrong? What does that mean? Would you raise your hand if I said, did you not get that wrong? Did you not get that wrong, or did you? This one here, just remember a squared means a times a cubed means a times a times a, that's a cubed, this is a squared. A to the 4th means 4 more of them. How many a's are you multiplying together altogether? 4, 7, 8, 9. A to 9. 5 b's times another 3 b's is 8 b's. 8. Is that 5 b's barbecue? How about we change colors? Guess the mind of the teacher on number 9. What do you suppose the first thing I thought when I saw that? I don't even know the problem. So, actually, I look at it and I say to myself, when I look at this, I say, what's the last thing I'm going to do? You're going to divide by 9. That's the last thing. Why? Because this is a grouping symbol in itself. You have to simplify this whole thing down to one thing, and you're going to divide it by 9 in the end. Oh, here's where I could see people going wrong. Did anybody do 4 minus 5 and then multiply that by 2? Nobody? Really? Okay. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. And 3 to the 3rd power is not 9. And maybe get 9?
20.
Wow, look at you kids. You get 27 on the top and 9 on the bottom, which is 3. Is that right, John? How about number 10? How many people missed number 10? Number ratio, I know there was more than one. You just have to be careful with this. Yeah, you just have to be careful with this. How would the math teacher do it? I would actually write them all out, just to make sure I do it. I'd go 0.2 times 0.2 times 0.2 times 0.2, that's 4, times 0.2. And then I would just do it step at a time. This times this gives you 4, but how many decimal places? 2. So it's 0.04. Take that times another 0.2, you get 8. But how many decimal places is that? 3. So we have this. Do that times another 0.2, which gets you rid of that one, which is 16 with 4 decimal places. And then do that times 2 for the last time, you get 32 with 5 decimal places. You could really probably use any order you want. You do 0.04 times 0.04 and then stop me there if you didn't get that. What?
For 0.00. I'm confused why you don't have a force 0 on that.
Where? This one?
Or like, yeah. He's on the
All right, let's stop. Did you get this?
I got 0.0006.
Yeah, so you went wrong. Did you get this?
Yeah.
So if you take 0.008 and multiply it by 0.2, one of those decimal places this becomes a 16, right? And how many total decimal places are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 2 zeros there. And then when you multiply that by 2, it becomes a 32, and there's 5, so you add 1 to it. Not always when you multiply decimals do you have to add a 0. Score. Is that it? Do we have more?
Yeah.
I would strongly recommend that you have your little notes under irrational, rational, whatever real number. Babysitter service, all this is, the whole thing is just goofy on this one. They ask you 2 questions. How many terms? Where's the addition, subtraction sign? How many terms are there?
2.
Just 2, because there's a plus sign without anything. The constants, ladies and gentlemen, there's only 2 things that are constant that you need to know. They're numbers and pi. Pi is a constant because it doesn't change. The numbers are constants, so they don't change. So the constants are 9.0 and 15.95. The variables are the letters. The letters are simply H. H is the number that can change because you can plug different numbers of numbers. By the way, how many of you guys get $9 an hour for babysitting?
I got 8.
Plus $16 just for showing up. That's the deal.
You did
That doesn't seem hardly fair. This one subset, you know, if it has a square root that doesn't work in it, it has to belong to that irrational part. And just remember that irrationals also belong to real numbers. Real numbers are either irrational or rational. So those are both 2 subsets, 2 global subsets. Stop me if I'm going too far. Oh yeah, best describes the situation. Well, when you go to a restaurant and you pay the bill, including tip, what would be your bill? Hey, Fisher, just give me a, let's say the Fisher family went out. What's your favorite Fisher family restaurant? If you ever go out, where would you go? Don't say the Crusade, because that's a tragic place. Sorry about that, whoever it was. It's just really expensive.
I got
Can we go to McDonald's? What?
There's brain on his baby. You got
No. You have to
Say
say
a
less
less
than
than
Chili's.
Say Red Robin.
Yeah.
Chili's.
Red Robin.
Did you say $120?
Yeah.
What the?
For the 5 of you?
What the?
For Chili's?
What are you
Wow,
ordering?
are you going, I mean, is this like an anniversary dinner? Because this is $120.
Oh,
That's not elegant. Those chins. Right?
$120 is Olive Garden for 5 of you? I don't go to
Oh,
Alright, so let's just say he said $120. If you look at what that bill is, what number is that? Any number that has a decimal in it is a rational number. Let's say subsets or, yeah, identify the set of numbers. So this one just gives you the more specific, it's rational. Because any decimals, any fractions would be rational. This guy back here, because you're looking for the area of a circle, and to find the area of a circle, you have to do pi times radius times radius. If pi is in the number, it has to be irrational. Believe it or not, because pi continues on. Think we can stop at that, or do I need to? Not sure I can explain it. So, just stop at that. You know what's funny about this problem? Anybody?
There's a negative sign.
No? More funny.
There's a period.
More funny.
There's parentheses.
Most funnier than that.
There's a negative.
I did this exact problem for a quiz not very long ago, and I sat up here and, because most of you got that wrong. Aaron remembers, do you remember? Really? Most of you, I don't know what you did. You tried to subtract 6.3 from 4.1. You did this, and got something, I don't know. You did that, and got something 8 or whatever it is. We taught, you did, I remember that. I think I could pull up the quiz and find it. I can tell you I did that. You just need to remember this, ladies and gentlemen. You know the negative number is bigger, so your answer is negative. It doesn't matter anything else. You just take the larger number away from or the smaller number away from the larger number. You're just going to take 6.3, subtract 4.1 from it, and that's what's going to be negative. You know, it's like you're starting at 4.1. It's like you're starting at 41 and going to 63. Or, you know, you start at 41 and come back to 63 places, you're going to get to negative 22, but it's a decimal. So, does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
No. How much time do we have? Problem number 16. If I were you, I would draw myself a little thermometer. Temperature was negative 2 degrees Fahrenheit, so here's 0. Here's negative 2. The temperature rose 10. Does it say it rose 2 or it rose that much? It rose that much, right? So if you go up 10, 2 of them get taken here, so how many more do you have left? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has to be 8 degrees. It's negative 2 plus 10, which is 8. Oh, this one. How many people missed 17? Come on, be honest, people. Like, some of you don't even have your assignments out. Joseph, where do you think you went wrong, sir? Sure. Is there division here? I don't know. Let's look and see what this is. Joseph, what did we get to this side? What's 2.5 plus 4? Joseph.
6.5.
There you go. What's 2 to the 3rd power, Joseph? Joseph.
8.
Thank you. If I add all those together, what do I get? 11.5 and 8 is. Did I get that right? You tell me if I got it wrong, didn't you? Wouldn't you? Is it? Are you sure? Nobody knows for sure. And is this a division sign or a plus sign? It is division? Alright, so we gotta start with this parenthesis here. What's 16 plus 12? 28, right? 28 divided by 2 is 14. Now, here is where I'm going to guess if some of you got this wrong, this is where you went wrong. You took 14 minus 6 and got 8, divided it by 2 and got 4.
Yeah.
Can't do that because the order of operations say division must always be done before addition and subtraction. I guess unless there's a parenthesis. You should do 6 divided by 2 first and get 3. 14 minus 3 is.
It's divided. It's dividing. It's divided by 5 on the left. On the other side, by the parentheses, by 4 and 5 is a division sign.
Why didn't you stop me before this?
I wasn't sure.
I was going to say this, so I wasn't going to make it live. So if that was the case, that looks like a plus. It's not really my fault, is it? Does it look better on your paper?
Yeah.
Like you didn't make the mistake. Alright, so 6.5 divided by 5 is what? 1.3 plus 8 is 9.3. So there, that's why it's less than, right? I'm sorry. What's with the constants and variables in this next thing? Oh, what are the constants? The numbers are?
3 and 2.
What are the letters?
A, B, and
Is there any questions? Do I need to go over that? Didn't ask you for the terms. How many terms?
2.
Let's look it up quick here. The set of natural this one I can see where you're confused. Natural numbers closed under addition.
Yes.
True, but do you know why? Because they're not going to ask you that question tomorrow. What if they ask you are natural numbers closed under subtraction? So the only way to know that is what is a natural number? Start at 1, right? Going this way. I guess I should put a 4 in there. If it is closed, that means you can add any two natural numbers together and you will always get a natural number. So you just do examples. 1 plus 6 gives you 7. Is 7 a natural number? Yes. 3 plus 6, it's 9. Is that a natural number? Yes. So it is closed. But if I said subtraction, you can subtract numbers. I can do 5 minus 3 and get positive 2, but I could also do 3 minus 5 and get negative 2. And negative 2 is not a natural number. So this would not be closed under subtraction. Same thing with multiplication and division. And then the last one, it says what? Whole numbers closed under division. Ooh. Why? Whole numbers are what? 0, right? 1, 2, 3. What two numbers can you divide that doesn't give you a whole number? Fisher?
To everything, like, you get like 7 divided by 2.
That is 3.5, right? Or 3.5. And neither one of those are whole numbers. So that is not closed. That was like world record pace. Are there any other ones while I'm there? Make up this coffee, Chase. What do you do with your 5-day break, Chase? 5 days. Where?
Rotating to my work.